Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari will meet with the United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken on Tuesday during his first virtual trip to Africa since U.S. President Joe Biden came into office. According to Blinken's spokesman, Ned Price, strengthening democratic governance, building lasting security, and promoting economic ties and diversification will be on the front burner at the meeting. According to Blinken's spokesman, the Secretary of State will also virtually visit Kenya after meeting with the Nigerian leader and his Foreign Affairs Minister, Jeffrey Onyema.
Well, security expert and analyst Dr. Kabiru Adamu joins us now to look at the security issues. Thank you so much for joining us. Maybe we should begin with this planned meeting, virtual meeting that is, between President Muhammadu Buhari and U.S. Secretary of State Blinken. What should President Buhari be telling the U.S. Secretary of State, and what assurances do you expect we should be getting from the U.S.?
Thank you, Ngozi. Good evening. Quite a potpourri of security activities happening in Nigeria. Of course, the planned virtual meeting between the U.S. Secretary of State, Blinken, and President Buhari. It's a welcome development, given the long-standing bilateral relationship between the U.S. and Nigeria. Already, the agenda of the meeting has been defined, but then I'm hoping that Nigeria would also have its own issues that it would want to table. A good example is the Super Tucano, planes and their delivery date. The issue around their delivery date and some of the demands that have come up have made some of us a bit uncomfortable. So we're hoping that that will be put in the past and the delivery will take place as scheduled. Those planes will be very critical to Nigeria's counter-terrorism strategy. And so it's quite important that the U.S. supports that. On the other hand, issues around training, intelligence support, especially the equipment that Nigeria is required to strengthen its intelligence capabilities, in particular technical intelligence. U.S. can definitely assist Nigeria in that regard. The exchange of intelligence itself, not just the gathering now, but between the two countries, that's one area that I believe the U.S. can also support Nigeria. But of course, Nigeria would have to reassure the U.S. regarding the confidentiality of whatever intelligence it receives. I know that has been an issue in the past. Our human rights records has also been an issue. Unfortunately, recent developments has proven that we perhaps have not really made progress in that regard. So I know this is going to be a touchy issue within the discussions. And then finally, progress regarding our democratization, especially the relationship between the military and the other arms of government, in particular the legislature. I know we don't speak a lot around this, but it's a key issue that will definitely advance the relationship between Nigeria and the U.S. So to that extent, I think it's going to be a very important meeting, and both sides stand to gain if the meeting is progressed in a manner that is mutually beneficial.
Okay, Dr. Kabiru Adamu, let's take a step back. Look at the state of the nation at the moment and look at what we're hearing from Governor of Niger State with regards to Boko Haram, very close to Abuja, and look at what has just happened in Yobe State and what is happening in Borno State in terms of the level of confusion between whether the Air Force accidentally bombed some people that turned out to be Nigerian soldiers or not. And the fight between Boko Haram and our soldiers that seemed to have led to a situation where they were being overpowered by Boko Haram. What do you make of all of this, especially in the light of what's going on now?
It's very, very worrisome. And frankly, I'm advocating for the highest levels of consultation and engagement by the government at this moment in time. We are faced with an unprecedented levels of challenge across the country in a manner that we haven't seen in the recent past, probably pre the Civil War in 1967. And so anyone who has a hand, who should do something, should be engaging at this moment, not only to dissolve the levels of grievances and perceptions that are driving these challenges, but also to contribute in a meaningful manner to solving them. Now, to that extent, I am asking myself, the statement by the governor of Niger, what value does it have to us? There are several platforms that I believe persons at that level can convey such information without necessarily increasing the level of tension among Nigerians. I mean, I belong to several security platforms, and I've seen how that statement has provoked a level of reaction. And mind you, these are professionals. Now, I'm just wondering, those that are not professionals, the ordinary Nigerian, how that information is going to affect both his psychology and then his state of mind. We're already inflamed, the level of inflation, this insecurity level, and then this type of statement coming. Now, as a professional, I've asked myself the question, these bandits or these terrorists, as the governor has classified them, is this surprising? Frankly, no. Then over the last few weeks, months, we have had severally, we've monitored them. My consultancy have researched into this. There have been advances by at least one of the major factions of Jamaat al-Ahli al-Dawat wal-Jihad in the northeast to groups that are operating in the northwest. And in fact, there is enough evidence to suggest that these groups may have accepted, at least to a certain level, to partner with these groups. So are we surprised that this is coming? No. The question is what effort, what steps have someone, for instance, the governor, who to all intents and purposes is also a member of the administration, firstly, both from the ruling party and then as a member of several security architecture, including the national, well, he's not a member of National Security Council, but then the National Economic Council and several other councils. So I'm just wondering what contributions, what efforts have been taken by these levels of government at the federal and the state level.
Point well taken. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Kabiru Adamu. We appreciate your contribution.